Dr. Wood, author of the book Miracles in Minutes, and today I'm going to talk about listening. So I would say if you love someone, you'll listen. It's funny, even as a doctor, I've talked to patients, and a lot of them say their doctors don't listen. People are so busy today. I mean, we have a lot of stress. I mean, it's tons of stress with schedules and stuff like that, and then so much busyness. We're doing a lot, but not accomplishing a lot. We have a lot on our plate, but everything we're doing is like a really bad investment. I mean, our lives aren't richer. They tend to be more anxious and neurotic, and we're living on more drugs than ever before. So something's not right. Is this the way you want to live? Do you want to experience joy in your life from your heart? We're just happy to be here today. So I think everyone does. Who doesn't want to live in heaven in your soul, where you're happy about being here, where your relationships work, where you're happy to get up and kiss the person in front of you and appreciate them? So the deepest appreciation you give is through listening. So I'm going to bring up my little wonderful drawing of I'm a hell of an artist. So here's, let's say that's me, and here's the person I'm going to listen to. So there, it's just like planets. In between them is space. Even nervous system the same way. There's two dendrites or an axon, and there's a synapse. There's space between it. And to make a connection, you can't communicate. Okay? So to listen, you want to be in a state, your state. So what I mean by state, emotional state. Like if your head's all chattery, blah, 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 I'm thinking about my wife and my kids, and blah, 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 you're not really listening to the other person. If you have a story about the other person, he's an asshole, or she's just, everyone told me about them. You're not listening to them at 100%. You're listening through a filter. You're listening through the filter, they're an asshole. You're listening through the filter that this girl's catty or something. It may be true, may not, but you're being prejudicial. You've prejudged the person before you let the person express. You're holding them captive to a story and your artificial character in your head, like, oh, I've never met you before, but everybody told me this about you, so you create a character in your head to understand life in a story. Whole life's a story. What's your his story? His story or her story? My life's one big story. The problem is when you create an artificial character in your head, making up shit about the other person, you're not listening to them. That's a prejudice. You're not allowing them to be themselves, whoever that is. And we all change. Sometimes I'm happy. Today I'm sad, and maybe I like you just to listen to it. Okay, so I'm gonna show you some matrices that happen. So I listened to what someone else said, and sometimes I didn't realize this, and I'm gonna start doing this a little bit more. I'm gonna start repeating back what I heard. Is this what you mean? This is what I'm hearing. Is that true? And the person go, yeah. And they're going to look surprised when you repeat back what they said, because they're so used to people not listening. When you listen to someone, you actually says, I care about you. I'm listening because I do care. So you get in a state of love. Like I you can just get it. I get in a state of curiosity. Who is this person? I don't know. See, if I'm in the state of curiosity, of wanting to know who you are and what you're going through, it suspends my thinking. It's in a state of awe. It's in a state of wonderment. Who is this person? You can ask them questions. I'm curious to get to know you, the real you. And it encourages the other person to share who they are. So I was dating this one girl, and I told her I said, sometimes I want you just to be my friend, and sometimes I want you to be my priestess. And what I mean, or priest, like I could be her priest. And what does that mean? You just listen. Like, hey, I'm having a tough time today. I'm going through some stuff at work, or I have a problem with one of my kids, and my parent just died, or something's happening, or I had this happen in business today. Well, I didn't do it to you. Time out. Time out. If you're sharing and the other person is now making it about them, they're not listening. They didn't leave their world and come into your world. They're still with themselves. They're over here. See, when you listen, you actually leave your head and you bring your heart to them of, I'm listening. I wonder how you are. I wonder how you're doing. I wonder who you are. I wonder what you're going through. I'm listening to understand you. You have to be pretty calm in your head, your mind. If you have a lot of shit going on in your head, you have so many problems, you're not going to listen to theirs. You're like, shit, I got enough problems of my own. I don't need to hear your shit. Well, okay, that's fine. That may be true. But I can tell you, if you listen to someone else's problems, a lot of times a lot of your problems start to go away. Because you make a human connection. And that connection, you feel cared for. And somehow stuff starts working out for you. So the greatest gift we can give to someone else is our listening. It is a skill. Practice listening to what they say. What's your state? Do you get into a state of awe? I wonder who this person is. Like, give up all the stories. Well, somebody said this about that person. I don't know if I'd go talk to them, Dr. Wood. Supposedly they're a bad person. They did this and they did that and they did this and they did that. Okay, that's hearsay. Even if they may have done it. So, I'll take it into consideration going in. Oh, I'm not going to be naive. But I'm still going to grant my listening to let that person express. And maybe that person's just misunderstood. And it's just gossip and a story that went around. Or maybe people don't understand why they acted that way. Maybe someone was stealing from them. Or they did things to them. Or they were taken advantage of. And they won't let themselves be taken advantage of. Maybe they're not really such an asshole. They just call out people who try to steal from them. And now they won't let them do that to them anymore. You don't know until you get to know the person. You don't know the person until you listen to the person. If you listen through the eyes of love, the eyes of awe, wow, I wonder who you are. I'd like to get to know you. I want to know what you're going through. Will you please share? Now you can love the person where they are. Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they need a hug. Maybe they just need to be heard. Maybe they just need to be felt. Maybe they need to be touched. Touched from your heart. Like you care enough to listen. It makes a world of difference. And I let my daughters know. Say, look, I'm here to listen. I'll take what you have into consideration. I'll think about it. Let me think about what you said. Depends upon if they're asking something from me. But sometimes they just want to express themselves, and that's fine. Sometimes they want to share. Hey, Dad, or maybe it's your mate. Hey, I just want to share. How's your day? I just want to share. But if we're with ourselves, and we're looking at our spouse or our mate as our enemy, you can't listen to them. You're not going to love them. Not love them the way you could. So, it's Dr. Wood. And it's the art of listening. It's something I truly believe in, and it should be a skill taught in school and practice listening to each other. And if you start to listen to each other, you'll start to understand each other, and most of your relationship problems start going away. Dr. Wood, have a great day.